What's good, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Buster on the Weekend Here. I am your host, LC Buster. I'm very glad that everybody that has been supporting the podcast, and for people that who are new to seeing the episodes to it or tuning in. Thanks to everybody. Small things matter the most because it can build up to a better thing in the future. More blessings, better opportunities. My dad had told me yesterday, be thankful for the small things because it can be better for you in the long run. And that's something that that I take that out my that's advice that from my dad that I still and will appreciate to this day, because it's been a lot of things that my father had been teaching me about life, that I pray that I pray that I be able to sell to my son if I do have a child, as I grow up and everything, and don't mind sharing it to different people, even my friends or my other family, like relatives and things. Right now, I want to take the time out with thought of the day. We citing a verse from John 16:33 from my other phone, and it says, I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Amen. Through Christ Jesus, God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. The topic that I want to discuss a little bit on is, and I named this here, it's not two, it's them. And when I say that, you know, that means, in my perspective, in my opinion, you know, it's about how you treat somebody that matters the most out of anything. No matter what part of your life that you are in, you can be in the highs or mid or in the lows. It's how you treat somebody that matters the most. But if you take time and see that, that, and you start to ask yourself, why in the world are you getting treated a certain way by somebody? Why you keep getting disrespected and belittled and stealthed over? At a point that you're gonna start seeing that is not you. It's the person who treated them or who's doing that shit. Cause it's something that's in them that they fail to heal from. It's not you at all. It's them. All their unhealed ass trauma and pain, all those crazy mental emotional problems that they face within themselves, that they too fucking weak to take time to heal from. Because how in the world do you want to be with somebody if you constantly let those type of problems afflict the person that who is trying their best to take their time with you, to be able to learn you, to try to understand you better, and trying to love you properly? There's no way that you gonna think that you gonna continue having a good life, and then somebody out there is sad and messed up over the fact that you did them wrong and they didn't deserve it. No matter how much you want to sit there and nag about that, I had been hurt in my past and all that. My dad rejected me. My mom wasn't there and all that shit. Somebody in my past had broke my heart and shit, abused me verbally, financially, emotionally, and physically and shit, bro. It don't give you no motherfucking right to treat somebody else in the same way that the person did you. is not motherfucking right. I don't care about what problems that you have faced. Yes, it's fucked up, but what are you doing now? I'm sorry about that. But it's what you doing now that is saying in a way of that how you want to better yourself. What are you doing now that isn't going to translate to the person that who is being patient with you through everything. But a person can sit down and say that they love you and everything and all that, and willing to show and is willing to show it more than they saying. But what about you? And if you know within your heart that somebody treat you right, why in the fuck would you constantly want to do the opposite of reciprocating that love that somebody trying to give you? Matter of fact, this is pretty much a better question right here. How do you want somebody to love you? How do you want real love if you saw somebody that you don't love yourself? That's pretty much the question that should be asked. But there's still all the other questions that I asked. How do you want somebody to love you? How do you want love if you saw people that you don't love yourself? Simple question in that. Because if a person mess around and one day said they had enough of your bullshit, bro, and they get mad too and give you that same energy that you affected on them first, don't sit around and be surprised and say, yo, good people good people have their limits too. Good people can snap at times when that something is not right, when somebody is hurting them and shit. Never again that I would ever have somebody come to my life and thinking that it's okay to got no step on me, mistreat me, and disrespect me in any kind of way. But me being 26, I'm still learning as I go. That one thing that I say that I can say that I learned is boundaries. It's okay to set boundaries in order to protect your peace, in order to protect your mental and emotional health, especially on the finance basis. You got doing all of the giving and shit, and then the person ain't reciprocating. You gotta cut your loss. It's okay to get upset back, get back on. It's okay to exchange the same energy that person giving you. Sometimes it's better to just get up, walk away, don't look back. If God said that it was meant to be, then it will be. But if that time for you to leave, I believe out of a situation, instead of just letting that shit make you lose yourself, then the time to do it is now. And that's pretty much something that I have been doing, especially slowly letting go of things that have so hurting me and shit. Especially carrying on to this new year right here. I admit that at a point in time that I think about the stuff about what happened, about what happened last year and everything. But it feel to me, I know that things might not be easy all the time, but it doesn't mean it's gonna be like that forever. I'm not afraid to admit that I had some setbacks, just like what I'm going through right now. But I get through it. That person who I thought that that was gonna love me back, the same way that I try to love them. They hurt me. I didn't hurt them. That's something that I'm letting go from, because that person lost out on me. I didn't lose out on them. In other words, that person didn't deserve me. Nobody who did me wrong deserve me in their life. They don't. Because if they ain't motherfucking healed and shit, bro, then why would you expect somebody somebody that has a good heart, that's trying to give you genuine, sincere, unselfish, positive love? Why would you want that kind of person in your life, and you steady got doing, letting shit from your past carry on to the present, carry on to a relationship that could be better? Some relationships might have its ups and downs and stuff, but it's all about sticking together through it. In order for a relationship to be better, that's nothing. In order for a relationship to be better, it all starts with you. What are you doing to better yourself in order for the relationship that you in to be better? Because in order for things to be better within that bond, shit all starts off with you and how you carry yourself. Like I said, how do you want somebody to love you if you ain't showing the person that you don't love yourself? And then next thing you know, that you only got to do and get mad when that person decided to say that I had enough, and you get called a mentally dumbass bitch or stupid toxic ass bitch and all that, then you deserve it. Both men and women, and you get called that, you deserve that shit. Because what the fuck did that person did to you that was so fucked up that you had to do the shit that you did to them? Now, motherfucking thing. And to this person who did that shit to me, I haven't did nothing to them. It's just, I admit that, it was, a lot that I didn't know much about a person, because every good person that you meet, that seems like good, it's a whole side doing that slowly starts to come up. But I have to tell myself every day that it's not my fault that that person, is still stuck in that same toxic ass cycle. Because what that person isn't changing within themselves, that's exactly what the fuck they choose. But at the same time, when it comes to try to do things better for yourself and not lose yourself, trying to be so attached to somebody who isn't fixing themselves, you gotta let go. Gotta let go. In order for things to be better for you, so it's okay to let go. You might face a setback right then and there. It's okay, but but things will feel better for you. Whatever blessings that comes your way, it's all right to be done. It's all right to take time and tell God thank you for it. Because it's a saying that goes around saying that rejection is redirection. What one person won't do, another one will. That person who did you wrong, if they fuck up, that's not on you. You didn't lose them, they lost you. And that's why I said that person didn't deserve me. And she ain't taking the time to heal for herself. But I can say that we're going back to what I said, regardless of what situation that you or that person in, is how they treat you that matters the most. Life can be hard sometimes, but it's only gonna be hard if your ass ain't trying. Especially trying to better yourself as a person, especially trying to heal. You right that things is gonna be hard because you ain't trying to better yourself as a person. So like I said, how in the world do you know that a person is taking their time to learn you more, to understand you more, to love you right, and you constantly hurting them? It's because that you don't love yourself enough to see that shit. You're not used to that kind of love. And another thing that I learned is that, love does not hurt. How in the world can love hurt if it comes from God? I be seeing people, just about every post, and even in songs, talking about some fuck love and all that shit. But why the world would you say it when it comes from God? Love did not fucking hurt. Only people who ain't used to or what you giving out in a more genuine, unselfish way will hurt you. Only people who got low self-esteem, no kind of fucking confidence, no kind of respect for themselves, willing to God don't Lord they morals and compromise their own integrity to pleasure somebody else more, that who's taking advantage of them every step of the motherfucking way will hurt you. So something that a person isn't changing is exactly what they choose. If they ain't changing their toxic powers and all that shit, bro, it's the exact same shit what they choose. So, like I said, don't be surprised when that person you treated wrong or you treated right started goddamn fine snap and saying that I had enough of your bullshit. The same way that you treat a person, that shit gonna translate to another person that you got doing just jump into. Don't sit around and think that karma ain't sleep on them. Cause that shit will eat your ass up every motherfucking time. And then you wanna know what's worse about that is, despite of them trying to use any motherfucking manipulative tactics, using having any kind of narcissism, trying to loop around the shit that you saying, the feelings that you expressing, to avoid any kind of accountability for their actions. They rather got doing get people to be on their side. They also would get people on their side to try to agree with them. That's really the worst part about confronting somebody about the shit that they did is wrong. If those people who they get to agree with them continue to nod their head and all that shit into everything that they're doing is right, when the whole time everything that they're doing is wrong, they ain't no better than them. That's weird as fuck. That's giving yes man energy. Weird ass yes man ass niggas. So just like the person who did you wrong, you cut them off, you cut them motherfuckers off too. It's that simple. Cut them off. Ain't no rock, paper, scissors shit. I take scissors. It's that simple. If you choose to agree with the people, with the person who hurted me and shit, ain't no people, I cut your ass off just like them. It's that simple. I don't care what happens to your life. I don't care what happens to y'all after that. I don't care, because at the end of the day, you did me wrong. And the people who agree with them and shit, they pretty much fake. They pretty much did me wrong too. Being all fake and shit, being all weird and shit. Being all fake and shit, being all weird and shit, being yes man and all that. Sometimes, man, it's better to be real to a person about how they treat somebody wrong instead of just God doing agreeing with everything that they're saying. Motherfuckers only doing that because I feel that they might fall with the person and shit. That they might not, they bond might got doing start shift and break out. Why the fuck you running about that shit for? What the fuck are you so afraid of to tell somebody that that person did somebody wrong? I don't care if it's a friend of mine. I don't care if it's one of my siblings or a relative and shit, bro. You did somebody wrong. You did, and then I'm gonna call you out for that. That's what you call being a real person. Real friends will take time and tell their other friend that what they're doing is right. I mean, what they're doing is right, and some of the things that they did is wrong. What they did to somebody is wrong, and you gotta agree to everything that they're doing or everything that they're saying is right. Then you just fucking weak. It's that simple. You are mentally weak. Just like with the last person that I deal with and the people that are around her, they are mentally weak because they agree with everything that person has said, thinking that what they're doing is right the whole time is wrong. I'm not finna put up with that. It's all right to stand up for yourself. It's all right to stand up for yourself. It's all right to put your foot down and say that you had enough of the bullshit. Because it's just by every day after leaving the hospital and shit, 2 months without being on social media talking to nobody, man. I've been slowly seeing things clear just by every day. You know, it doesn't matter how good you've been to somebody. It doesn't mean that you gotta take that bullshit either. Cause every time you let shit slide, that's when they think that they got a whole advantage of you. The moment when you start finding within yourself that no, I can't take this shit no more. I had enough of this shit, bro. They shouldn't be surprised, man, when you finally put your foot down and stand your ground. They shouldn't be surprised at all. That shit gonna eat their ass up every time. Especially after your absence isn't there. They're gonna eat their ass up every time. Don't sit around here and don't think that it's okay to treat somebody wrong and shit, and then and nothing gonna happen to you. Ain't no kind of consequences gonna come your way. For every action, there's consequences. It's that simple. For every action, there's consequences. It's all right to stand up for you. It's all right to stand up against things that ain't right. Most of the time, it's more better to just peacefully walk away from the situation. Start talking to them people who ain't being truthful to you, who being fake to you, who been in between with you, who give half-ass efforts, who did you wrong. Peacefully walk away from them. Peacefully start talking to them. Cut them off, block them when you got to, and do your best to pray about it. Because you are still somebody at the end of the day. You still somebody with feelings, no matter what situation you're going through. No matter if you suffering from a mental disability and shit, you still somebody at the end of the day. It's how you treat people that matters the most. And I'm gonna say that shit again. It's all about how you treat somebody that matters the most. And this is all the time that I have for this small episode here today. It does, since I've been getting out of the hospital and stuff. I ain't been mentally in a good space. especially emotionally too, just still dealing with, almost dying and shit. And it's safe to say, I feel it's safe to say that, I'm still pretty much bothered by this, by the things, that, and, I still and then, throughout, my life and shit, all the way up to now, after what happened to me and shit, I still appreciate those who, take time and show me love and shit. I appreciate my best friend Nigel. I appreciate, some of my classmates, some of my good friends, even though that, we all ain't, in the same city and shit. We all have our own lives and shit, but I still appreciate those along the way. I'm still thankful for them along the way. And so my family members, my brother, my sister, some of my cousins, pretty much all my relatives, I still love them regardless. It's all love at the end of the day. But when it comes to, feelings and setting boundaries to protect your mental, to protect your peace, to protect your mental and emotional health, you know, do not be afraid to enforce them. And that's all the time that I have for this episode today. Make sure that stay in tune for more content, for more for more little skits that I do every now and then, with something that I'll start to do on as of now, and also for more beats. If you have me on my personal page, or if you follow me on Instagram, mbuster98, the link will always be in the bio to both of my channels. My first one is a podcast of BODW Buster on the weekend, and second channel MC Buster, where I post my beats, and you might see some of my most recent episodes that when I was doing my podcast through Spreaker Radio, but I had switched into a brand new platform called Riverside FM, and now I have switched to a different platform. Yeah, I always said that, but I don't know why I'm repeating again. But this time with my co-host slash my best friend Nas. Tune in for more episodes. Saturday, sometimes Sunday evening. Let's do it again. Peace.